She goes on different dates, but most of the guys are just idiots. She went on one date. The guy was nice, but he was too young for her, right? And it also has her friends on this. That one girl that was in the movie with De Niro. What's that girl's name?
Boy, you are really selling this show there, Rich.
What's that?
Ileana Douglas.
Yeah, it's a good show. I watched reality.
One guy sang her song.
What is it about?
Did you see that when
It's
he sang her song at karaoke?
Lisa Loeb moves to New York to find a man and to get another hit single as well, right, Lisa?
Well, a hit single, that'd be easier than getting a man. No, I'm just kidding.
Really?
No, both of them are long processes. You know, it's.
And her mom wants her to get married because she's getting up there.
She's my mom.
Getting up there?
Because she's a nice Jewish mom.
Well, just Lisa Loeb.
Yeah.
37.
You're 37?
Maybe
She's
38
good looking.
now.
She went to the rabbi's house for dinner.
Yes, I did go to Rabbi's house for dinner.
It's kind of like Sex in the City.
It is, only
But the reality,
real people. Yeah.
It's the real version of Sex in the City.
Are you having sex with these guys and reporting back?
Oh my God, there's all kinds of crazy sex, and there's just it's a docu-pic. No, I'm not having it.
No, you're not.
No,
you're going out on like nice dates and stuff, and
yeah, I'm going out on dates and
feeling them out.
She went on a date with this really, really ridiculously rich guy that had a Rolls Royce or something.
Yeah, he had a crazy car. A friend of mine wanted to set me up with him, and actually it was you might know Jay from Queer Eye. He's the one in charge
Rodriguez.
Patrice knows him.
Yeah.
You know Jay? He's one who's more in charge of like what to do when you're out on a date. Culture is what it is, I think.
Uh-huh.
And anyway, Jay hooked me up with that guy.
You know, when you watch the show, it looks like you're trying way too hard to get a man.
Why?
Why should you have to try so hard?
Because I'm going on dates. I'm walking out of my house.
You're just looking at it way too seriously, and you're too.
I'm 38 next to this weekend.
Well, you come across like you're a bit on the desperate side, and you're a good looking woman. But it's like, oh my God, I need to find a man. And
that's the angle, man.
And if you're going, I think if you're going about it like that, you're never going to find the right person.
Okay, I have a question for you, really quick, and then we can move on. But are you single?
No.
You're not single.
Well, I'm dating someone.
You're dating,
and I'm very, very happy.
Did you go on a lot of different dates before you found this person?
Yeah, like anyone else.
And did you come across a lot of women who said on the first date, "Look, I want to have kids and I want to get married"?
No.
Eek.
No, did you get that?
No.
Okay, because I've heard a lot of women who go on dates. I've heard it from guys.
High school girls are not, thinking that way.
And they say that stuff, and to me that sounds desperate. When they get right in there and start getting sort of obnoxious and not even just have a couple conversations.
Is that what they're doing? Like trying to spell out a relationship right away?
Because they're in a
rush. So compared to that kind of situation, I'm just doing this in the way that I know that my smart friends do it. You try to meet people, you go on dates, you talk to people, you try to be discerning. If you realize, you know what, they're not so easy to talk to, maybe I shouldn't go on some more dates with them.
But it looks like you want to get married like tomorrow.
Yeah, she's looking to.
Well, I do. I want to have kids tomorrow, but I also don't want to get married just to have kids with somebody that I don't even like.
She's looking for love.
It's the lottery.
And it's also a TV show. It's edited. You don't see like all the time that passes in between.
Yeah.
All the things that you see, so it's all put together in one thing that's chock full of dates and situations.
Who's her husband? What's her husband? What you looking for? Yeah, what's the main thing you can deal with, and the main thing you can't live without?
You're looking for a Jewish guy, right?
That's not the main thing I'm looking for.
No, what is the main thing you're looking for, and what's the main thing that's a no-no?
The main thing I'm looking for is somebody who's kind and loving. Actually, it's hard to say one thing, because I want somebody who's kind and loving, who's ready to get into a serious relationship, who's single. They should be single. That'd be a good thing.
You haven't met him yet?
I've met a lot of those people, but then there also has to be some kind of chemistry.
Right.
You know.
Well, there's no single guys out there, right, Lisa?
Where'd you hear that?
Here he goes. He's an expert, by the way. Patrice O'Neill is an expert. He's got his own radio show on relationships.
I'm just saying, Lisa, there are no single guys. When you meet them, there's about 10 other women. So you just have to have enough patience to weed them out. You have to be competitive with those other 9 that are hanging around.
Game. It's just, you meet people. It's like when you're a kid and... You're picking your teams, and you say, I like that person, you put them on your team.
Oh, it's really
and then you see if it works out.
Well, yeah. All right, 37.
I'll tell you
Good
what.
luck to you.
I know. It's like, why look at it in such a negative way?
Well, because that's the truth way.
My sister Debbie and I talk about it all the time. They say, oh, there's no single men left, blah, 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 blah.
There aren't.
If I was single.
Well, then who are, like, the 20 people who have been emailing me and calling me?
The ones that want to sleep with you, Lisa, because I'm looking at you, and I'll email you, too, and lie. Because you're hot.
And then I will read you and say, no, but maybe that's really nice. You'd like to sleep with me. And then maybe we talk. Maybe I'd want to sleep with you, and we'd be set. And we actually end up liking talking to each other.
Yeah, see? There you go. You never know.
You never know.
Ante up first. That's what it is. You
ante up.
You got to ante up.
I got to bring up an episode that just really pissed me off, Lisa.
Please do.
All right, so you're dating all these guys in New York, right? And there's a new thing in the dating scene where you do, like, chores together. What is it called?
Oh, yeah, that was funny. Errand date.
Errand date.
Like, hey, I need containers, and you need containers.
Yeah, you do.
So she went on a date, and she buys containers that were how much?
$200.
It was close to $300.
$300. Guess who paid for her containers?
No
they
way.
were on a date.
No way. The guy?
Yes, because they were on a date.
And why do you think he did
pay?
that? Why do you think he did that, Lisa? Because he was a lovely guy?
He had stocking containers.
No, because he wanted to pay for me. He was mad at the last date I paid for him, and he thought that was really...
Yeah, but paying for a date, like dinner or something, is one thing. Paying for a shopping spree...
Why didn't you go to the shoe store?
And do you know what happened on the next show?
You gave the money. Huh?
Do you know what happened on the next date where I saw him?
What?
I told him that I thought he was a little young, even though I really liked him, and I gave him $300 in cash and said that was ridiculous that he had paid for my stuff.
But I think someone got to her and said,
ridiculous.
look,
I was talking to my friends because that's the thing.
I don't know. I think someone got to you and said, you're looking really bad, man. You better give this money back.
She had to get that money back because she bought her way out of possibly this guy going, hey, look, that's what women do. You buy them a drink, and if they think that, you know, she has to give him his money or buy him a drink, too, because that's like a ownership kind of thing. So he probably thought $300. That was about how much 37-year-old Coochie's worth. Yeah, give me that.
Lisa Loeb.
Yeah, that's
an interesting concept. But what my deal was that I'm an independent person. You know, I make a living, and I'm used to paying for whatever needs to be paid for. You know.
Yeah.
It's not a problem. And I was doing a lot of things on dates. As a person and a lot of women will relate to this, people who have jobs, careers. It's not like I'm looking for some guy. I mean, it would be nice to have some guy who could help contribute and be a partner, but I'm not looking for some guy who's going to be my sugar daddy, and that's that.
It was just weird that you allowed him to...
I was trying to let him do his thing. He was the one who wanted to go on the errand, and I thought, all right.
When he was pulling out the credit card on the show, he was like, I can't... She's actually going to let me pay.
I know, he was doing it real slow.
Real slow. Like, I don't have this kind of money.
I'm not going with this bitch on a date to the car lot.
And then he asked me out again, and I was like, this is ridiculous. This guy, he can't afford this. This is crazy. He's a sweet guy. He's got a business that he started. He's in regular job, but he also has another business he's starting. And I don't feel good about this. In other dates, I would be paying half. If it was something really over the top, if it's buying junk for my house, unless he has like some specific gift he was giving me, which would have been really nice and totally unexpected, he shouldn't be buying that stuff. I totally agree with you. Are you kidding me?
Would you allow yourself to fall in love with a guy that has a basic career and no money?
If he is really hardworking and excited about what he does, and has things that he wants to do, and
if he can possibly make it bigger than that bum is now, she'll do it.
There's some potential to an upside.
Better,
If that's truly the first part of their life, and they're going to continue to grow and to be great at what they're doing, then and is anybody there single?
Like dating single?
Jim Norton.
Like saying there's not a woman in your life, like not claiming a woman, no. But every guy there's no single guy. Because every day a guy is trying to get a girl.
They're always looking. They're always looking.
Not me.
You should be on the show. Because we could talk about getting girls and girls getting guys.
You don't get guys.
And then at what point do you decide, okay, you know what?
What are you doing to get guys, Lisa, besides just existing? What are you doing to get a man?
She's going on dates. She's finding alternative methods in which to meet guys.
She's not doing shit but breathing.
She's doing more than breathing. She's doing more than breathing.
She's making a decision on who gets to be with her.
She's doing what she can to find love, Patrice.
To get a man. How do you get a man?
How? She stays in shape. She's
let
pretty.
Lisa talk.
No, people are coming to me, and at the same time, I'm just getting to develop my life. I'm working on things in my career still. I'm working on a new album in the studio. I go to the gym. I'm maintaining mentally, spiritually.
I'm maintaining until I find the guy who's worthy of me saying, okay, mister, you have no... All right, forget it.
This is what you'll hear Saturday on Patrice's Love Advice Show.
Yeah, he's got a twisted way of looking at relationships.
It's just nothing. I'm looking at her. She's 37, right? But this picture's so sexy. But this is a picture that should be of a 20-year-old or a 19-year-old. Like, hey, watch out! I'm pulling the little titties are popping out. I still got it, y'all. But you're 37. You got some skills to get. And no offense, I haven't been trashing you.
Wait, I have some skills to what?
But what's she supposed to bring to the table?
What are you talking about?
I'm saying to you, Lisa, you are getting of an age where you have to learn. You're sounding like a 20-year-old going on dates. You're almost finished. I'm saying you are acting like you are the prize you were back in the day when you wore poodle skirts. Now you're 3 years away from the big retirement age for women, which is 40, and you're walking around like you're making decisions. Whatever. No. Enjoy.
I don't agree with you.
All right, let Lisa talk here.
I'm not.
All right, hold on. Let her talk.
I'm listening to. This is annoying.
Hilarious. No. Wait. This is actually hilarious. I want to know what you're talking about. You're making comments, but I want to know how that can actually apply to me and how can it help me.
It can't apply to you unless you want it to apply. Meaning the fact.
You have to give me some content and information in order for it to apply.
I'm going to give you the context. The context is stop going on these dates.
No, not context. Content with an N.
The content of it. The content of it is stop going on these dates with the idea that it's about you. You're at an age now, it's about a guy.
Right, so what does that mean exactly? Because that doesn't make any sense.
It makes a perfect sense. And the fact that you're just denouncing it, saying it doesn't make sense, doesn't mean it doesn't make sense, Lisa.
So explain to me, give me a scenario and say, this is how that date could have been more about the guy.
Maybe make that decision that instead of, like we was talking about if a guy lived in a basement, okay? And how, instead of, this is what I'm saying, the difference between a man and a woman in this. When a man meets a woman who's a loser, men build that loser up until that girl is his woman. Now, if you go out and you meet a loser, see, you're trying to hit the lottery. You're trying to meet a winner and go, boing, I won.
Right.
But you're not trying to do anything to kind of create something for yourself.
So you want me to change a man? Basically, most men say that is absolutely the wrong idea because men hate to be changed. You don't want to meet somebody and change them. That is the worst situation.
No,
think about it. Men bitch and moan more about anything than women who try to come in and change them.
No,
the ultimate relationship.
I agree with her actually. Yeah.
You notice people's flaws and you notice people's upsides and what's great and what's strange and you accept them.
Well, here's
and you appreciate them. And maybe there's a couple things here and there that you have suggestions for each other. But you want somebody who you can love as they are. A guy does not want you to come and
But you just said you didn't love a guy as he is. If a guy comes in and he's a hard-working plumber, you go, I love this hard-working plumber as long as this motherfucker don't stay one.
See, no, see how terrible that is? You want me to go in there and say, find a guy and make him the right guy.
Yes.
That's ridiculous. Why would I want to do that?
But you're searching for the right guy. That's what my point is. My point is men, we get, like, okay, Opie's
don't want to be changed. Come on.
I didn't say change a man. I'm saying that men, when we go get a girl, we don't just say, okay. Like, when you don't like us, like, when women go, do you have kids? And you go, yes. And they go, up, check mark, cross mark, you have kids, it's not for me. But when a woman comes in with children, a guy's like, you have kids? And she's like, yes, I have 2 beautiful kids. And you're like, all right, we'll figure out how to work this shit out. You know, I usually don't want
I've done that too.
Excuse me?
People say, I went on a date with a guy, a container store guy, for example, and immediately I knew this guy's too young for me. But I said, you know what? He's a sweet guy. He seems nice. I like his style. His haircut to me is cute. He has a little business that he's starting with making these really cool T-shirts, and he has a whole other business. I know him through a couple of different friends. I'll go on some more dates with him. Maybe he's okay. He's not the exact guy I had in my mind, but I'll try it out. And I give it a chance. But then at a certain point, I realized it's not fair to me to keep dating this guy when it doesn't feel right.
But that's what I'm saying.
But yeah, you got to be open-minded. You can't just shut your brain down. I didn't want to date any musicians, and I just ended up kissing a musician and actor. And
this is what I'm saying, Lisa, to you, is that the frustration in, I don't know if it is frustration because you're very career-oriented, but the frustration that women have is that you go out and you meet men, and then you go, I wasn't going to date a musician, but maybe I'll date one now. See, men don't have that option in their life where they go, I wasn't going to date a girl who worked at McDonald's, but now we have to treat the girl at McDonald's the same way we have to treat the girls that have the books and the girls that have, we have to approach them with this idea that we have to create happiness for ourselves. Happiness has to be thrust upon you as a woman. You're waiting for Prince Charming.
Happiness, you have to be happy before you even get into a relationship.
But you're not doing anything to create a date for yourself or more for yourself. It's basically this guy has to come in and be this way.
Right out of the showroom.
Out of the showroom.
We're willing to put some options in the vehicle after we buy.
Well, that's fine. That's great. And I assume that.
No, but
that's what people do for each other when they love each other. You know?
No, it's
they want to impress each other.
But you're
what changes are you willing to make?
I'm willing to... on the religious side, actually, I've developed a lot, and I'm willing to try to celebrate other person's holidays.
Denounce Judaism?
No, I'm still Jewish. I like to raise my kids Jewish, but I was always interested to hear somebody else's opinion on how they see it.
I'll fix you up. Just call me up or MySpace me. I'll fix you up, Lisa. I'll fix this right up.
Patrice O'Neill from Web Junk 20, matter of fact. There
I do agree. I think it's so important that you have to be an individual, and you have to have things that you're excited about in your life, and you're always trying to be a better person and learn how to enjoy your life. That makes you a better partner for another person later.
You just got to stay in the game until love hits you between the eyes.
There you go.
That's what happens. You can't put a label on it.
Gotta hit you there.
Till love hits you between the eyes.
That's what I'm saying.
That's good.
But everyone goes out there with
between the eyes is a kill shot.
Yeah.
But everyone goes out there and says, well, you know, she has to be this, and this, and then one day you're just walking on the street or something, and bam, it hits you. You didn't even know where it came from.
Yeah, out the window.
No guy does that. No guy goes out there like that.
That's what I'm saying.
Guys go out. Here's a date.
You're saying she's going out there like that.
No, I'm not saying she's going out there. Guys go out and go, all right, I hope I'm going to get some pussy tonight, right?
Right.
Girls go out and go, all right, I hope I meet somebody I want to give some pussy to tonight.
It's a perfect world.
She's always, a woman is always not, they're never hunting, so they're just hoping. Never.
I hunted in my day.
Oh, well, please.
And then I ate my kill.
You ate your kill.
With chocolate sauce.
I like Lisa though. Lisa's smart, man. She got some shit with her, and she double talks too. And this is not offensive, Lisa. She's like a guy because she double talks very well, where it sounds like, and you go, wait a minute, she didn't say shit.
She did very well against you, Patrice.
That's what I'm saying.
Did very well.
She's very good, but she's like a dude, and that's who she's going to have to meet. She can't meet this dating guy. She has to meet a complete dick for her that she's enamored with.
Somebody who can deal with that.
Yeah, deal with her. Control. She's a controlling girl. Yeah. You can hear it. She runs shit. She's pretty. So to a 45-year-old guy, she's like fucking, she's the shit. And she can control that. Make him buy, the whole canister thing.
Buy stuff is totally bizarre to me. Because I buy all my own stuff.
Yeah. But it was control.
But you need a guy, you need a guy that's going to be like, I might call you.
Yeah, beat it, Lisa.
Yeah.
No, I will not do that.
Yes, you will.
No, I won't.
If you don't find, you're not going to find happiness until you do it.
I recently took someone out of my cell phone because I didn't want that anymore.
Yeah, because you were scared because he did it for you. Yeah. And you had a little twinge down between the thighs because you met a guy that had you actually thinking of him. Actually, and you erased his number so you don't call him.
There was an episode where the guy was on a cell phone the whole time. You liked him more because I think he wasn't giving you as much attention.
He didn't give a shit about you.
And then when I stopped and thought about it for a second. I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm not going to deal with this.
But that was why at first you were more interested in him.
That's your fear of being the woman. That's your fear of nature, because that's your nature, is to be like, look at your man with that big blinky eyes. I love you. I love you, booby. And that's how you really want to be. You can't be Miss Tough #1 single and at the same time love a guy. It ain't going to happen. Really? Why is it going on now, Lisa?
Because I'm still looking.
Yeah, there's a second season that has to be filmed.
I was just going to say. I know how this TV works.
And no offense either, Lisa. I love you.
And #1 OBGYN.
We're on this one.
What?
No, I'm just kidding. I said
I'm sorry.
OBGYN.
And no offense, Lisa. That was exciting, baby. You are exciting.
This girl's good looking. She's intelligent. She's going to meet the right person. I'm telling you, I watch the show and I go, if I was single, I guarantee I would try to go out with her.
But that's no fucking big deal for you to say that.
Let's let Lisa go, because we want her to call back someday.
Why?
Oh, no, Lisa.
Lisa, I give you a lot of credit, man. We beat you up and you hung right in there.
She's a trooper.
You did all right.
I love her. You like black men, Lisa?
Huh?
Are you racist?
It's so early. I just woke up.
Thanks for being a good sport today.
Thanks, you guys.
All right, it's Lisa Loeb, everyone.
Take care.
Bye.
Hey, Lisa was pretty cool.
She's cool.
Yeah, she's a good girl.
She took your shit, Patrice.
She's a good girl.
Dishing that misogynistic ass out of your mouth.
And you know what? And it always, you can't beat nature. You can't beat it. I'm not trying to say, hey, this is my fit. You cannot beat nature.
That's why people are going to listen to your show. You whittle things down to a primal level that is so primitive and just, here's men, here's women, and if you don't agree with me, go fuck yourself. There's no nuance. There's no exceptions to rules. You have relationships figured out like a mathematical problem that is exact. It is done. There's no art to it. There's no form. It's
it's math.
That's what I love about you.
It's what sharks do. They swim, and if there's a baby floating, it eats it.
Yeah.
You can't go, oh, that shark, he should be taken for psychological evaluation. He is what he is.
Maybe the shark's looking for something else in the foot. No, he's looking to eat.
Is looking to eat.
Right.
This girl is like as sexy as she is, as smart and as quick as she is. She does not want a guy that fucking,
You can't love until you love yourself.
She doesn't need a guy who'll buy her bowls. She needs a guy to go, $300 bowls, bitch. I'm going to put this on your head.